Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to be setting up for a body calming and mind calming meditation. So I'll just sit and wait until a few people arrive, and we'll start just a little after 7. Oh, and for those of you watching on replay, that'll be about 5 minutes time. So if you want to go and get yourself a drink or get anything that you need, then you've got plenty of time. We'll not be starting just yet. Good morning, Lynn. Nice to see you. Oh, good morning, Jenny. How fantastic people are starting to arrive. Good morning, Ian. Well, I don't know what the weather's like where you are, but it's a constant, gentle rain here at the moment, looking quite autumnal actually, but I believe the day is supposed to brighten up and get very nice. Good morning, Philippa. Yeah, so we'll be doing a meditation this morning, focusing on the breath. So if you want to get yourself set up, grab anything you need, blankets, tissues, drink of water, cup of tea, and get yourself comfortable. Good morning, Stuart, and Stuart's saying good morning to everybody. And good morning, Helen, and Helen's also saying good morning to everybody as well. So when I meditate on a chair, sometimes, because I'm not the tallest of people, I like to use a yoga block or a cushion under my feet. So this is kind of what a yoga block looks like, and you can get them quite cheaply from any sports store. And it just helps to raise your legs up so that you know, if your little toes can't quite touch the floor, that you're comfortable. Your posture's very important when you're meditating. You don't want to be too bolt upright, otherwise it'll get you in the small of your back, and equally you don't want your shoulders slumped, or that'll get you in the back of the neck. So you want kind of just a gentle, good upright posture, comfortably, both feet on the floor. When I meditate, I like to meditate without my shoes on. You don't have to, you can leave your slippers on or your shoes or whatever you're wearing. But for me, I just like that contact with the ground. It just, I don't know, it just grounds me a little bit more. So some people like to put a blanket or a cushion behind the back to support them. And in some cases, I've seen people when they're meditating on a chair, under the 2 back legs is just to place a small block of wood just to raise it slightly, so it's just holding you up, so you're not sort of slumping backwards. Good morning, Chris. So it's all about just what's right for you, and only you will know. You can explain if you've got any aches and pains, and we might be able to make suggestions of what to try differently. But for some people, I mean, if you're meditating in bed, again, make sure your back's well supported. And if you're meditating lying down on the floor, make sure you've got a comfortable cushion or pillow or something under your head. And you know, you've got a yoga mat or a blanket or something underneath you. You don't want to put pressure on your spine. Yeah, if you're meditating on the floor, make sure your cushions are the correct height. Too tall and you'll fall forwards, and too small and you'll just kind of scrunch. So yeah, you just have to experiment. Sometimes you can use cushions, or even, I don't know if we still have them, the big books of Yellow Pages foam books, the ones that used to be really chunky, and you can pile them on top and just put a cushion on top. So you can make yourself quite a cheap meditation seat just using chunky books and then just a cushion on top. Again, if you're meditating, make sure you're comfortable. Generally put your hands flat on your knee, or you can put them like that on your knee. Sometimes even have a cushion on your knee just to lift those arms, just to support those shoulders. I have seen people meditate, with sort of mudra postures where they sit like that, but I'm afraid it's not for me. My arms start to ache after a while, and then it becomes all about a focus on the body's aches and pains. So just, make sure you're comfortable. We don't win medals for looking snazzy. So I'll just leave it one more minute just to see if anybody else is going to join in. So now's your last moment to go and get anything you need, any extra blankets, cushions, drink of water, cup of tea. And just check that your mobile's switched off or onto silent. Like with mine, preferably in another room so that you're not tempted to peek at it, or you don't see it flash when it rings and start to worry about who it is. And again, with the lights, if you're feeling a bit sleepy, if you have a nice light room, maybe open your curtains, or as we say in Yorkshire, put the big light on. Or if you're feeling a bit sort of agitated and restless and, all excited for the start of the day, you can maybe dim those lights a little bit. And by brightening up the room, it just lifts our energies that little bit and keeps us awake, and pulls our energies upwards. And if you dim the light, then that kind of grounds us and just takes the energy down a bit. So you're wanting to find that right balance. You don't want to be asleep, but you don't also want to be mega fidgety. So, okay, we will begin if everybody's ready. So get yourself into a comfortable posture. As I say, I'm on a chair. I've got my feet on a yoga block just to raise me slightly because I'm short. I've got my hands placed down on my knee, just flat on my knee. And you can meditate with your eyes open or closed. If you choose to meditate with your eyes open, I would suggest probably lowering your gaze and finding a fixed spot to look at. I don't know, maybe a bit of pattern on your carpet or a bit of wood grain on your floorboard, something like that. I wouldn't recommend staring at a candle because it'll either give you a headache or you'll just get those big blobs in front of your eyes afterwards. So I would suggest if your eyes are open, just lower your gaze to the floor. And likewise, if at any time you feel sleepy, then you can just open your eyes. You can shuffle around, it's fine. Get yourself comfortable. And as each bell rings, you can do a quick head, shoulders, knees and toes check and just kind of let go of any tension that's built up. Usually for me, it's in my shoulders and my neck. So invite you, if you want to close your eyes or lower your gaze and get yourself comfortable. And just take a moment and just ask yourself, how am I feeling today? Just have that little quiet moment to check in with yourself. How are you feeling today? So I'll just read us a little poem and then we'll go into a short body scan. This one is called Guest House and it's by Rumi. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still treat each guest honourably. He may be cleaning you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them all at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So that's The Guest House by Rumi. So if you'd like to start, and just again ask yourself, how am I feeling? And just check in with your body, dropping any tensions that you can feel. So this time we'll start with the feet. Can you feel your toes? You can give them a wriggle. This poor body carries us around, and most of the time we live in our head and our brain's doing all the work, and we sometimes forget about our body, so it's good to reconnect. So then check with your legs. Are you holding any tension in your legs, in your calves, in your thighs? Can you feel any sensations in your legs? Can you feel the clothes around your legs? Can you feel blankets? What sensations can you feel? Can you feel the softness of your clothes? And then we'll move up to the abdomen, to the stomach. You can let it all hang out. Nobody can see you. Everybody's camera's off. So you can just absolutely relax and let that tummy soften. And then our sitting bones, if we sat on a cushion or a chair, or even lying down or sitting up in bed, you can feel that wherever you're sat, you're being supported. You're being supported by your seat, by your cushions, by the floor, by the mattress. And you can feel grounded and safe. You don't need to do anything, you'll be supported and held there. And then we come up the spine at the back, just making sure that you're not slumped. A nice straight spine, but not stiff, just nice and upright. Imagine that you've got a golden thread running through the length of your spine, and it comes out the crown of your head. And just imagine pulling on that golden thread gently, just to straighten you nicely. But not taut, just nice and gentle and upright. And then we come to our shoulders. Let them drop. Just let those shoulders drop. You can even, if you want, scrunch them right up to your ears and then drop them again and give them a little wriggle around. Get rid of all that tension. And let your neck be nice and soft but upright, with a nice loose jaw. And your tongue just resting gently at the top of your mouth. You're not clenching your teeth, you're not clenching your jaw. If you do feel tension there, you can always wriggle your jaw around or have a yawn, and that should release a lot of tension. And to your eyes and cheekbones, letting those eyes relax. And again, sometimes we can't feel anything with our eyes, and if you want to scrunch your eyes tight shut and then let them go, that should help the muscles relax. And then go to the crown of your head. Can you even feel any sensation of the skin or the hair on top of your head, or even that thought of a golden thread supporting you? And remember, at any time through the meditation, we can check in with our body posture, and if we've noticed any tension building up, we can just let it go. We can just let it go and relax. So now we're going to focus on the meditation. So maybe you want to take a couple of deep breaths in and out, just to relax the chest and the lungs. So in the first stage, we're focusing on the out breath. So as we breathe out, we're letting go. We're letting go into Tuesday. We're relaxing into Tuesday. And we breathe out and we count the first breath, number 1. And we breathe in and breathe out again. And that's the second breath, number 2. And we breathe in and we breathe out, and that's the third breath, number 3. So we do this counting quietly. You might feel it, you might see the numbers in your head, whatever works for you. And we just count all the way up to 10. On each out breath, we're not holding our breath, we're just letting the breath flow naturally. And possibly as we get more relaxed into the meditation, we notice that the breath becomes calmer and more gentle. And if our mind is off busy doing other things, if it's creating its to-do lists for Tuesday, or whatever it's doing, you can let go of those thoughts. Don't hook into them. Just let them drift past like clouds. This is our little bit of time to relax, focus on the body, focus on the breath, and just let go of the world for a moment. So we're breathing in, breathing out, count 1. Breathing in, breathing out, count 2. All the way up to 10. And if you lose your place, it doesn't matter, just start back again at 1. If you suddenly realise you've got to 13 or 14, just congratulate yourself for notice, give yourself a gentle smile and start back again at 1. So on this next stage, the second stage, we're going to be focusing on the in-breath. And as we breathe in, we're taking in all that positivity and we're preparing ourselves for the day ahead. So we breathe in and we count on the in-breath this time. So breathe in, count 1. Breathe out. Breathe in, count 2, breathe out. Breathe in, third breath, breathe out. Breathe in, the fourth breath, breathe out. Same as before, nothing fast, nothing rushed or forced, just in your own natural time. We're not holding the breath, we're actually relaxing into the breath and just letting it come and go like the tides of the sea, like the waves coming in and going out. They're not forced, they're not rushed by anybody. They do their own thing. And again, you can check, are you holding any tension in your body? Let it go. So we're just focusing on that in-breath, that in-breath that's bringing all the positivity and the opportunities of the day. And if you feel uncomfortable, then you can change your posture, you can open your eyes, readjust yourself, and just come back to the breath. Just breathing in and then out. Breathing in and then out. If your mind starts to drift, give yourself a big pat on the back for noticing. Congratulate yourself and bring it back to the in-breath again, focusing on the in-breath. Do a quick body check, head, shoulders, knees and toes. Is everything relaxed? Letting go of that tension and preparing for the third stage. And in this third stage, we drop the counting. We don't do the counting anymore because we're just focusing on the whole breath. You might want to take a couple of deep breaths in and out, just relaxing into that breath. And we're just being really inquisitive. What does that breath feel like? It supports us every day, and most of the time we don't even notice it. It's like blinking, it's just automatic. But let's pay a little bit of attention to it now. Maybe you feel as you breathe in, your shoulders rise, and as you breathe out, your shoulders drop. Maybe you feel it more in your chest. Maybe you can feel the rise and fall of your chest. Or maybe even in your abdomen. Maybe you can feel that rise and fall. And try to breathe from your abdomen, from your stomach. If you breathe shallow breaths just from your chest, then you might hyperventilate or feel a bit dizzy if you do it too long. So nice deep breath, take it right down to the belly button and below, and breathe out. Notice the subtleties of the movement in your body as you're breathing. It's all very gentle. Can you feel any point in your body where it feels really pleasant? Maybe just the rise and fall of your shoulders, just take away that tension. Or maybe the rise and fall in your chest just makes your heart feel more open. Or maybe the rise and fall in your stomach and abdomen just make you feel more grounded. What can you feel? Let's look at it with some curiosity. great thing is we're not on our own meditating. There are people all around the world, day and night, that are sitting down to meditate. So we're like one big family, one big Sangha. So focusing on the breath, can you follow it right down to your belly? Can you feel it as it comes back out? As your chest drops, your shoulders drop. And then as you breathe in, that gentle rise of your shoulders, contraction of your ribs, and then letting it go again. It's like we're welcoming each breath. We're leaning into each breath. We're welcoming in like a visitor to our guest house. Again, if you get distracted, just bring it back to your breath, back to your body. If you're feeling tired, it's fine to open your eyes. It's fine to move around. It's fine to stand up if you want to. You can meditate anywhere. And then on the fourth stage, we're going to focus as the breath comes in and out around our nose and mouth, and the subtlety of how that breath feels. As you breathe in, you might notice it's cool air, and you might notice it on your nose, on your tongue, on your lips, in the back of your throat. Notice the texture. Is it smooth and cool? Is it fresh like a spring breeze? And as we breathe out, the breath changes texture. For me, it becomes warmer. I can feel the warmth of the breath coming out of my nose and also on my tongue as well. Can you notice those subtleties? Can you feel any tingling in and around your nose or your throat or your tongue? Does it tickle? It might feel a little bit tickly, or it might feel really smooth, or it might even feel a little bit rough, a little bit textured. And if at any point you drift off, or you feel uncomfortable, just bring back yourself, your mind to your breath and the whole of your body. Just bring it back to breathing, your body, the rise, the fall. And then slowly bring it back up to the nose and mouth again. Some people, when they first start meditating, find this fourth stage can be a little bit unusual. It can take a little bit of time to get used to, because we're not used to focusing on the breath coming in and out around our nose and around our mouth. So if it does feel uncomfortable, just go back to the third stage. Go back to the breath coming in and out. Do a few of those. And when and if you feel comfortable, take it back up to the nose, to the mouth, to the throat. Let go of any tension that may have built up. Because sometimes when we focus, we don't realise that we tense up. So check your shoulders, your neck, your back, your jaw. Make everything nice and soft, nice and relaxed. This should be a relaxing and enjoyable experience. And now for the final little bit, just letting go of the practice. Just reaping the fruits of our practice now. We're just sitting. We're just sitting with an awareness to the body. Bringing ourselves back to the sounds that we may hear around. Maybe you can hear the birds singing outside, or maybe you can hear traffic, or people getting ready for work. Not labelling them, just hearing them. And just becoming aware of our body. Any pleasant sensations you can feel in your body, in your hands, in your feet. Looking for warmth, comfort. Just feeling relaxed, letting go of the meditation. And when you're ready, you can start to open your eyes. Maybe have a little move around. And bring yourself around. And congratulate yourself for actually joining in and doing a meditation. We've joined in a big family, a big group of people who are meditating around the world. So good morning to Shobit. Sorry I missed you. And yes, thank you, Graham. I'm glad you enjoyed the meditation, and Graham's wishing everybody a great day. And thank you, Lynn. So I'll just finish with the poem again, and it's called The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival, a joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still treat each guest honourably. They may be cleaning you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice. Meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. And that's by Rumi. Oh, thank you, Helen. And thank you, Maria and Chris. And thank you, Shobit. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Still trying to get the balance that I'm not talking too much. And if you're a seasoned meditator, you can always mute me or just let my voice drift on. Thank you, Stuart. And Stuart's wishing everybody a great day. So, yes, it's just after 7:30 in the morning here at the moment, unless you're watching it on replay. So have a fantastic Tuesday. Hopefully the sun will appear at some point, and have a nice gentle day. And go carefully into the day. Treat yourself gently. And give this body a good old pat. It does a lot for us, and we take it quite for granted. So thank you, everybody, and take care. And I will see you again Thursday. Okay, goodbye.